Hey y'all, welcome back to the Benchwarmers. My name is Jeremy.
Ben?
Moi, je m'appelle Paul.
And thank you for tuning in. We appreciate y'all. Thanks for the likes, the comments, the followers, all the listeners, either audio or video component. We appreciate y'all keeping us motivated. We're coming up on a year for this podcast in a few weeks. So it's gonna be March 27th, I believe. So thank y'all for writing this being on this journey with us. This is episode 27.
27, yes.
27, and today we're going back to sports. Yeah, we're going back to sports.
As you can see,
you see the attire,
As
man.
you can see,
the attire. We just got done singing Kobe Bryant by Lil Wayne, R.I.P.
Yes.
Goat, man.
Weezy.
R.I.P. Goat one time.
Let's take a minute.
And actually, before we get into it, I am wearing, W.
What is that?
And funny you say that because that's. A lot of people probably would think that. What is Jeremy wearing? This is a WNBA logo hoodie. It's my league. And funny thing about Kobe is the way he was moving, supporting the WNBA. I have a feeling like Kobe would have been the next commissioner of that league.
Really?
Yeah. Absolutely. I absolutely see Kobe Bryant as being the commissioner of the WNBA.
Lucky.
But we're never going to get that, sadly. But honestly, I just hope the league does better. Because the way he was supporting that league like nobody else was, like it's probably one of the biggest reasons why some NBA players are actually supporting it as they are today. Because Kobe was in that thing.
Like
he was, he was in that thing with Gigi. So RIP to them, man. I miss y'all every day.
LA Sparks.
Yeah, shout out LA Sparks. So,
Shout out Candace.
Yeah. Shout out Candace, Chelsea Gray, Gumike sisters, man. I'm in there. Lisa Leslie, we appreciate y'all. I just had to flex my little knowledge real quick.
Talk your talk.
First WNBA woman done in the game.
Yo, speaking the mic, bro, mad low.
No, I just said the first WNBA.
Oh, yeah. But there's this girl in high school right now. She's Nyamin.
6'3".
Speaking about that girl like Paige Brookers.
Yeah, that's the girl that's Nyamming, right?
Bro, she won't call right now. She calls right now.
Oh, yeah, okay.
But still, she hooped.
Different. Yeah. They're hooping.
But she hooped.
That's like what's her name? I see her as a Diana Taurasi.
Who, Paige?
Yeah.
All right, so today we're talking about sports, and we're gonna talk about one of a big topic that's been around sports, especially like male and female. We'll talk about the pay discrepancies between male and female professional athletes. This idea came about me actually. I wrote a paper about it, or a research proposal about it, about the discrepancy between male and female pay discrepancies. But so I've done some research about it. I'm not saying I'm fully knowledgeable on it.
Yeah.
But like I have pretty good ideas on like the cause and like its results and whatnot. But I want to hear from y'all. Why do you guys think is like the root cause of the discrepancy between male and female professional sports?
I think it's.
Keep it a buck too.
I'm gonna give it a buck. I think it's honestly. I think it's just popularity, in the sense that like. For example, like for example, like on TikTok right now, like there's a big like trend, a trend actually going on about like whole
the
like
Busset challenge.
No, relax.
Come on, bro.
Yo, don't act like y'all ain't watching them videos, man. If it's coming on your timeline, you're not watching.
It's
yeah, right. I do. I know y'all watching too, bro.
It's all. I mean, I only knew about this like 2 days ago.
The Busset.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's not get into that, bro. Let's not get into the Busset challenge.
Bro, I want to go in more in depth about it.
No, but honestly,
I felt us going down that slippery slope.
No, man, I'm just saying, like, I only knew about 2 days ago. When did it start, man?
Yeah, man.
Bro, talk about sports.
Oh, my bad.
Anyway,
I'm just curious.
So right now, like I've been seeing like trends like on my For You page about like people talking about like we should get paid, like I mean talking about like WNBA players should get paid more, should get paid like as much as men, and people and people refer like to like so like people like Tia Cooper and so that people like that, and then to me is this like
shout out Tia Cooper.
She nice. Shout out Dwight. But
good job, Dwight.
But I think is like the WNBA and just women's sports, I assume and I think, I mean more so WNBA that I know of, they don't make as much revenue as at the NBA, and that's how it is. Like, so that being said, if they make like a lot less, like a lot less than the NBA players, do you really think that people are gonna like pay them more? It doesn't make any sense. Like, genre, if people are like I'm going to the games, I'm even watching like on like a cable or whatever. If people don't even know, for example, like I'm Andre Gadilla, man said what did he say again?
You said to lower the rims.
The rims, talking about a number 12 is nice, yo, like the truc comme ça, so like
because he didn't know the name,
exactly.
So the story was Andrew Goodell didn't know the name of a certain player, so he was like number whatever, that number like, let's say it was number 12, was like number 11 is nice, and then people got upset at him because it was like say your name
type
like,
B, and I don't know, I feel like this is like people don't care enough to watch it, so they're not going to make as much income, unfortunately. Now, am I saying that the worst NBA players? Absolutely not. The reason why I like the NBA because it's very fundamental. I feel like it's very fundamental, and honestly, it's great basketball. It's great. It's great basketball. But and again, you see people like shooting threes, lights out like Steph. People yamming like Zion. No. You see people breaking ankles like Kyrie. No.
Yeah, you're not gonna see that.
You're not gonna see that. So people are not gonna be like as tuned in. For example, like why people praise Lisa Leslie so much?
Because she nyam.
She nyam. You know what I mean?
But then Candace Parker will see, so she's another one.
But I'm saying that the fact that people are praising people because
it's so rare.
It's so rare. It's dunk. You feel me? And it also, and what's
this guy going in right,
bro? I'm sorry because
female leagues,
I'm sorry,
bro.
but I'm gonna keep it a buck. Okay, I'm gonna keep it a short. I'm gonna keep it a hundo. I'm sorry, not sorry. The girls who say this don't even watch it non plus.
That's the
so on net, like so on net. Like I'm
okay.
genre, for example, like I like at work. This is the girl that I know. She basketball too. She was talking about, oh yeah, like guys should be, I mean, like she's talking about, oh, like WWE is nice, all stuff. She come, all right, cool. Who's your team?
Crickets.
Next question.
Okay. So Ben just went in on female leagues on so
love y'all though.
Yeah, love y'all. So Paul, what? Because this episode I kind of play like devil's advocate. So I want to hear y'all takes, and then I'll give like some of my findings.
To be honest, I think what Ben said is really true with the popularity.
Yeah,
and I'm not gonna blame it on history, but history made it so, and social factors made it so that men are more predominant than women, and that also leads to the sports world.
Okay,
in a sense where it's mostly going to be men. It's like people say it's a man's world, right? We heard that, we hear stuff like that, right? And that's a woman singing. That's her perspective, and that's also being seen in the sports.
Nice.
So because of that, I think that's also, it plays a huge factor. And going to back what you said about popularity, I was thinking. I remember when you first set up like this topic the first time, and I was thinking like, there's no LeBron James in a WNBA game.
Yeah.
Right, so like who
you're saying that there's no LeBron James? You're talking about like physically.
There, so there you go. So of course, physically, it's cannot be. We cannot compare that. Like women and boys, pardon. It's different, right?
That's a fact.
But it's a fact.
It's a fact. But then but if you look at the accolades and all the stats that LeBron James can do, and a WNBA player can do, like. Can we raise a question and say, oh, who is the LeBron James in the WNBA? And even with that question, we always use a man and not a woman, like a name of like a star of that is a man and not a woman. We always like to compare, okay, who is the Kobe Bryant in the WNBA? But why can't we say who's the Candace Parker in the NBA? Who's the Tia Cooper in the NBA, or who's the Diana Taurasi in the NBA? So that's also, it plays a huge role in the a man being more predominant.
So I guess what I'm trying to say, like, or to gotta add on to, I think it's about like gender roles. I think trying to say gender roles.
Yeah.
Also, like it's a sad truth, but like genre like as you said, history shows like men are the most like the men are the most like active, active like athletic, like like for example, like even when you see like these girls like on IG, people like, oh, what the heck, like
They
yo,
get
like,
haters,
The
yeah.
first
Yeah.
reaction is
She
like,
be like, oh, like
okay.
yo, like why she these,
c'est ça.
but what can they be these?
Yeah.
To what I beat, but like that's just how like society makes it, and in the sports world, as Spurs said, like we said, that's how it is now. I'm saying again, I'm not saying that they're worse than anybody, but just they're not getting enough clout, they're not getting us much love, and you know.
But although, man, they're super great.
They're great, though.
I remember refing girls. Bro, girls, they go hard when they play basketball.
Yeah, of course.
Stop playing with.
But it's funny. So Paul mentioned about how who's the LeBron James instead of stats in the WNBA. So quick fun fact for you. This is actually how this was actually like the intro of my research proposal. So last year, 2020, right? There was the whole bubble, both for the WNBA and the NBA. So the WNBA finals featured my team, Las Vegas Aces. Shout out AJ Wilson. I see that statue at NC State,
yeah,
man.
that's true.
Shout out one time. So it had LA Aces, Las Vegas Aces, and Seattle Storm. Seattle won. It was like 4-1. They slapped my team. In the NBA, it was LA Lakers against Miami Heat, 4-2. Miami Lakers won, right? So Sue Bird, who's been around the WNBA, she's been around.
Veteran.
She's a vet. And LeBron James, for both of them, it was their 4th championship.
And they played both 17 years also.
They have both been in their respective leagues the same amount of time.
Yep.
You know, but when you look at the pay that they've received, LeBron signed a deal with Nike a couple years ago. To this day, we don't know the exact amount of that
undisclosed deal, bro.
You know what I'm saying? So that already raised like a few questions, and people are already speaking about this. So for the point of revenue, they don't bring in as much. How would you guys suggest that we change that? How can we make it more interesting, or quote unquote like interesting, so that people watch it more? You know, because it's a good question to raise. Like if we want them to get paid more, it's a valid point.
It is a valid
and
point.
most of the research, like the articles I read, were saying like, it's a fair point. Like more revenue means more. More viewership and more content brings more revenue for the players and the team. So how would you guys go about that?
I think, for instance, there's 15 teams in the WNBA? 12?
Yeah, there's not that many teams. I can't say exactly, but there
isn't it like 8? Supposed to be like those. Isn't like
WNBA isn't like 12 or 13?
Yeah,
I
they have
sure
around
13.
they have around like 15 or 16 or something like that.
Okay,
Yeah.
so now is it possible for the WNBA to have a 30 team just like the NBA?
But who's trying to watch that? But the fact that no, but dog.
But how do you get people to watch it more?
I'm gonna keep it a buck. I'm gonna keep it a buck. I generally don't know. Like I'm not. It's not like I was small. Like, I'm trying to be mean or anything. Like I don't know, because the fact, like for example, like there's a memes going on. There's a meme like the famous one that says, "Get $5 or support your own like local WNBA team." People say people say they're gonna take $5.
Come on, man.
That's me.
And it's actually mauvais. I think the only way I think they're going to be viewership is if people actually try it. And how do people do that?
But why are people reluctant to try? Because this was the thing I had with my proposal, right? And I keep bringing it back because like it was like I found it really interesting, and I usually don't care for stuff like that, but I found it interesting because every time because it was in steps, right? So every time I sent my proposal back to like the TA, she came back to me and was like, "How? Like, go deeper." I'm like, deeper, bro. Like, I'm already deep as I can. But like, it forced me to ask, okay, so people are reluctant to try it, to try watching, to look at it. Why?
Because it's not as flashy, I think.
That's what you think it is?
I think because I don't think it's not as flashy. As Paul also mentioned, like there's no like I think that like there's a huge like skill gap we'll see.
Yeah.
There's I won't say huge, but like no. Okay,
skills gap.
Okay, let me rephrase that. I think basketball is basketball at the end of the day.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. They like there's still same fundamental, and then the game is still the game. EuroLeague, NBA, the game is still the league. I mean, the game is still the
It's
game.
still the game,
The
yeah.
game, but at the same time, like, is as I said, I think it's just not. It's like I feel like people because nowadays, like, example, like these kids, what they like now? 3-point shooters,
Yeah.
dunkers, all that stuff. But you don't see it be like it be
You don't
people
see
who shoot half court shots. People who do that stuff. Not the NBA, they don't have that. Like I feel like because they lack the. I want to say appeal, but
highlights?
like they like, but like they like
The star, the spark,
like they lack
the fame,
they lack genre like if I don't know call them myself, but it's like they're lacking something.
Yeah.
Come, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
yeah,
they
I know
lack.
what you're trying to say.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know if I don't pay properly. I hope you guys understand it, but like
They're lacking that like wow factor.
yeah,
that thing that's
yeah,
like,
they can boom. You feel me?
And then, sorry to cut you off, but
Go ahead,
another
though.
thing I was gonna say, like, the EuroLeague. I've always asked this just about sports in general. Yes, there's sports rugby, there's men rugby, there's also women rugby, right? And then I was thinking about this. There's soccer, there's men's sports soccer, but there's no women sports soccer.
yeah, there is.
There is.
Yeah,
There's female the MLS,
okay, female MLS,
and there's
but
also female La Liga, Bundesliga, all of that.
there is.
Yeah.
Okay, so there is there's men's volleyball, there's women's volleyball. Because I was wondering how come there's F1, the F1 sports cars. It's just the roster is just men, and how come there's no women that can play F1s that can race cars also?
Stop playing with that. No, what? And that's a fair question, and it brings me to like one of the findings I found is, and I want to ask if you guys agree that the lack of interest in female sports is deeply rooted, or it's fairly rooted in like hegemonic, masculinity,
yeah,
and like
easy,
and like patriarchy.
easy,
And
easy.
so like one of the readings I found was this article was saying that basically when sports were originally created, they catered to male.
Yeah.
Like it was for men, like it was their space, and it's been like that. So even when like the whole women movement came up, and now like they had their own leagues and stuff, they were still getting underpaid, just like how they are in like their daily jobs and stuff.
Yeah.
So do you guys agree that men have a sense of entitlement in sports where like unconsciously they don't deserve to get paid as much as I do?
Yeah.
Can you repeat
Yeah.
that? Because
So basically,
Yeah.
do you feel like because guys have been playing professional sports since the ancient Rome days, ancient Greek days,
Yeah,
you know,
basically,
like
yeah.
they've been running that, but as times progressed, professional athletes started getting paid more. But now women entered that space, and the article was saying, and I agree with it, that like because women enter the space, men feel entitled
For
to
sure.
to like I deserve
For
more, I
sure.
need more, and all
For
that.
sure.
Because when you look at the facts, right? So here's one fun fact. I forget the exact year, but a few years ago, the U.S. women's soccer team, they averaged more viewership, they brought more revenue than the male team. Like the male team,
Yeah.
US team sucks.
Yeah.
They suck.
Like the
booty.
one, the one, the
At
World
one
Cup or
point-
something like that.
Yeah. The women won.
Even the
Yeah, Megan Rapinoe.
Yeah.
Like Megan Rapinoe.
Alex Sumner.
Huh?
Alex,
Alex
Sum, yeah.
her.
Alex.
Damn.
Yeah, so Megan Rapinoe, she led that entire movement where it was like, yo, we're bringing more people to the sport than men. We won. We're actually good,
We're not getting
but
paid.
we're not getting paid as much. So when you look at facts like that, it's like, okay, well, how do you justify it now? So why is it still that male people refuse to watch female sports?
Bro.
Damn, Jay, what's up with you, man?
Well, that's
Yeah.
the questions I was asking myself
Because-
too.
Okay, I don't say two things. I won't say two things. You guys can agree with me or not. I think I don't actually this actually it's a question I want to say. Like, do you guys think that there's not enough like marketing and not enough like publicity given to women's sports and women like women's
Just
like,
almost so,
athletics?
but me, I'm saying one of the reasons why there's not enough marketing, it's because they're small. They're small. So I was gonna go back in the fact of expanding the league, the WNBA league.
Yeah, but expanding doesn't always mean that you'll bring in more. Because if they expand, it's actually going to cost them more.
Even
Probably cost
more.
them more than like they bring in.
C'est ça. And
Project management is
et puis,
tough.
I don't know. I feel like, I feel like, I don't know. I feel like it's hard. Like, I feel like it's hard to have like people like strong people or people like well known, like for example, like Serena Williams type people. I feel like I'm sick of like there's like I feel like we don't give them like enough credit.
We don't.
We don't give them enough credit. Why don't we? Because I feel like the misconception that women's sport are like easier, genre.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah,
That's
I feel like
interesting,
they're easier, genre. You feel me? Like people talking about like if I go play like if I go play against like a women's team for hoop, like I'm gonna go dog them.
Bro, just know that even college hoopers, most female college hoopers will
hoop.
destroy
Like
you.
bro, like I'm gonna keep it a buck. Like I remember like back in basketball camp, this girl I ain't gonna say names.
Oh, shoot.
But this girl absolutely worked me, bro. Like
Taking how I paid for Ben to go to basketball camp.
okay,
right?
relax.
And like
me
I'm
props.
having long days. I go to work all day, then I pick him up and I drive him to the thing. The one day I even fell asleep at the wheel driving him there.
Like man, what killed us, yeah.
So I drive 40 minutes to the basketball camp just for him to get schooled by this
Fam.
girl, and this girl was balling on all of
Everybody?
the guys there,
I wasn't
all the
there.
dudes.
I wasn't
Shout
there.
out to Maria one time, man.
Damn, yeah, wherever you are, good looks. But yeah, but like, but she dogged me and Bear Man and Bear Man. She dogged she dogged everybody.
Everybody.
So I feel like there's a misconception that you know that a women's sports or women like genre whatever a woman like do. It's just easier because it's a given, genre. You feel me? Like it's sweet, like it's sweet, like it's genre, it's sweet, it's soft,
light.
it's some light. But actually, dogs, so like they can work. Whether it's basketball, tennis, soccer, women do work. But I feel like like people just view them like as softer. I like they're like it's sweet, c'est plus facile.
Yeah, and if people keep that mentality, I don't think they'll ever fully like
Accept.
grasp and fall in love with the sport itself. So for example, I'm a huge basketball fan, and I've experienced basketball in all facets of the game. I've been a fan, I've been a player, I've been a coach, I've been a ref, I've done it
You've
all.
done it all.
You've been a
you know?
bench, I see.
So I've coached men and women, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, I've been on the bench. I'm a bench warmer now. Yeah,
You feel me?
I heard that.
Be dope.
So like when I started watching WNBA, you know, back in the day, you know, the Lindsay Whalen, Tamika Catching.
You were just more
catch it,
appreciative.
No,
huh?
like when I started watching back then, I was like, I didn't give it as much interest because I was so into the NBA, right? And it fell off for a bit. Like I'll keep it a buck. It fell off because I was like, there wasn't that.
It's factor. Yo.
Ain't no alley oops happening in
No,
that thing.
that's just so.
Ain't nobody breaking the ankle, yik, and fillet. Like they're not doing all that. But that was me as a young man, you know. And now you fast forward a few years later, I see this girl hooping at Delaware, number 11. I say, hold on. First of all, she look good.
Deladon.
And Elena Deladon, she's hooping in college. I'm like, whoa.
Yeah.
When did they get that? Because as you mentioned earlier, I fell in love with the sport even more because they went right back to the basics and what really mattered, like basketball and sports in general. Yeah, I mean it's about the flashiness and all that, but if you really love the sports, then you love the intricacies
basics.
of it, the basics, the planning, the
X and Y's.
the very minutia of the sport itself.
Okay.
That's where you go. I'm in my bag right now. Let me get in there.
Spell that. Spell minutia.
Yeah.
Spell it.
Yeah.
MINUTIA.
Ça va. Continue.
You know what I mean? It's just the small detail of the sport I really fell in love with, and I got back into the WNBA. And the more I watch, I'm like, wow, this is like it's good basketball. And I remember my 8th grade woodshop class coach, woodshop teacher.
Yeah, he was a basketball fan.
He was a big basketball fan, and he hated the NBA. Yeah, he hated the
That's
NBA.
true. I remember he was saying that too. Yeah.
Monsieur Marcoux.
Shout out to him, bro.
Shout out to him. Yeah. Shout out to him one time. This guy lost a finger or something. Bro. Yeah. And he hated the NBA because it was like, man, he's all flashiness and all this rah. And me being like in 7th, 8th grade, I'll be looking at him.
Because
like,
back then
what you
it
talking about,
was all about the NBA All-Star LeBron James, Kobe Bryant when Kobe won his
2008,
second.
no, not 2008. I was in 8th grade.
Oh,
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I remember those.
Yeah, so this guy,
Kobe.
and so this guy's telling me and all my boys in high school, like, yeah, I know the NBA is too flashy. They don't respect the rules. And I'm looking at him. I'm like, yo, I don't know what you're talking about, old man. But now, you fast forward a few years now, I'm that old man, and I'm like, yo, this sport is amazing.
But then I was thinking while you guys were talking, I'm like, the WNBA, they are making their own. Like, I was thinking, if they want to expand more, or if they want to be known more, just do things differently.
But what can they do
don't know,
differently?
man. Me, I'm praying that whoever's in the WNBA as a project manager, just may you have like a blessed mind to like have like a new idea of stuff. Because, bro, just like you said, the WNBA, they're bringing a lot of the minutia of NBA.
Okay, relax. Use your own words.
Sorry, I used it too. The hard work of NBA. The fundamentals. Like me, I'm just gonna say invest on that.
But
I don't know.
If no one can figure out like a very clear and succinct reason why you can't, like, they can't increase it and make it better, it comes down to the problem isn't the sport itself. The problem are the people.
Yeah, absolutely.
So to me, the problems within the people. Like, there's something within here that's making you not watch the sports, and we have to get to the bottom of that.
So you're saying, okay, so give me the bug. So you're saying that it's straight sexism?
Absolutely. I think it's straight sexism because there's absolutely no reason why you can't enjoy a sport just because a different sex is playing it. I don't get it. I understand. And do you guys know another fact that I found out? Do you guys know what was the biggest sporting event ever?
What?
No. It was a tennis match between a man and a woman. I forget the name exactly, but please look it up if you have the time. It was a tennis match between a man and a woman. So what happened is there's this woman, I forget her name. She's big though. She has her own website too.
Who won?
She was saying like, yo, we're not getting paid as much. We're not getting paid as much. Like, nobody's watching our games, and we're not getting coverage enough. So then people were like, yeah, well, because you can't play, you're not good. Yeah, right. Okay, she said, okay, well, I'll play the best man you have. Come 1v1 me. You know what I'm saying? See me. So they did. They hooped, and that was like the biggest. Like, that sporting event had the biggest audience ever to this day.
Wow.
Ever. The woman won, bro, and it wasn't. Yeah, tennis, and it wasn't like it was a tight game. Nah, it was like
She slapped him.
Yeah, it was almost like straight sets. Like they cut, like they cut the like she killed him. Why can't y'all watch women's sports? Like they can play.
I didn't know that.
So my conclusion was that it's just straight sexism. So people got to take care of that.
Stop playing with.
If that's the conclusion we come to, do you think that it's ever gonna change? Like, do you really think that? Do you guys think that like that will come to a time where like it'll be equal pay?
I think
honestly
equal pay. I don't know about equal pay, but I think the interest can definitely increase.
Or the more the appreciation of the differences between without arguing sexism and stuff like that.
No, I think the sexism argument has to come in play because without it, people aren't gonna give it a fair shot. Because if I don't call out what you're doing wrong, you're never gonna be able to see it, and you won't be able to make it right.
Okay.
So I think it will, especially with like the political climate, like within the past few years and all, it'll definitely change. But I don't think but like for it to get to like the managers and the GMs and like the players getting paid more, that's gonna take a while. But like interest can definitely be increased. Like me just me personally, and it's a sad fact, I cannot name like 3 women that I know that watch the WNBA. All the
Yeah.
people that I know watch the WNBA are
That
all
is-
guys.
c'est vrai.
That is very, very factual.
You know what I'm
That's
saying?
very
Like
factual.
y'all not supporting your own league, bro. Like
That,
yeah.
that's
No,
very
that's
factual.
Ben,
So you give it a
ça
buck.
c'est vrai.
So,
Give it a buck.
Hey.
so to me the difference has to start like with us at like the very like the base level of the fans, because take in without the fans these people have no revenue.
No revenue.
Without the fan attending the games, buying jerseys and all that stuff, y'all not getting money like that.
So then, do you think that? Okay, I say it slightly, but do you think that it starts with women? I support
Anybody. 'Cause
anybody. Because
look at Barack Obama when he
but-
was showing up to the WNBA games
but
sometimes.
as you just said, like even like a Greek like
Like you say, women should support their own thing first.
yeah, because the fact that there's more men supporting it than women that could like that I know of is an indicator that like it's not proportionate anyways. Déjà,
That's a message to
Déjà.
women, right?
It's a fact, but I don't think that's where the problem lies.
unless it lies,
Because just think about sports fan in general. It's mainly men,
True.
and it's those men who aren't watching the female leagues. You know,
leagues.
it's not the female. It's not the
Yeah,
female.
true,
Like
true,
I'm
true,
sure
true,
that whatever female are within like the sports fan arena are watching the female leagues or are aware of it. They could do more. I'm sure some of them could do more, but like the main problem are with those sexist men and that are sports fan, like that just refuse to watch female sports. I don't know why. Missing out on
Just
great
be
stuff.
appreciative to
Missing out on
others,
great
man.
stuff, though.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just that's a good point. I feel like you can only love a sport without looking at it like
Yeah.
as a whole.
You won't
As a
fully
whole,
grasp
you
it
won't.
like
You
love
won't.
it for what it is.
You have to be appreciative.
What's her name? Lisa Cambridge.
Liz Cambridge.
Liz Cambridge.
Yo, that one-on-one
girls?
video.
Yeah, you know, like
bro,
she-
he was killing that.
She goes on
that
IG,
guy.
she hoops on men's, but y'all will refuse
You
to,
guys
to
refused
watch
to
it.
watch it. Yeah.
But
No.
Yeah,
no,
I mean,
man.
but I mean also, like it wasn't like it was. She wasn't playing against like Rudy Gobert and like yeah,
Like,
or,
for example,
anything, but still,
genre like I'm sorry on it. Like once you call that boogie,
yeah, come on.
on,
Like let's not do that.
Let's
you know,
not do that.
we ain't got to fight against each other. Let's build each other up.
build
man.
up,
Let's-
you feel me?
Yeah, let's build each other up. Like yeah, I don't like when they do that, and that nah, man. Like I much rather you keep it clean, because I like what you have to offer. Like I don't feel like you have to make it. You to do anything like racy or anything out of pocket to get attention. If you do that, to me, you lose me.
Okay. So how? Okay, I know, Ben, you're gonna come at my head for this, but I was thinking about this. Why can't they have WNBA and NBA have like a little side hustle in the sense where you know how the All-Star.
This is their side hustle, bro.
Just
merch.
listen. You know how the All-Star, the NBA All-Star, they also have the WNBA All-Star, right?
Yeah.
okay.
So I was thinking about this. How come they can't have like a 3-point contest of NBA players versus WNBA players 3-point contest? I know we cannot have a slam dunk contest.
dog.
I know. Je sais. I know.
Bro, you're gonna put Joe Harris against Kayla McBride?
Bro,
Fam, Joe Harris gonna.
you don't know that.
Also, they don't have,
Because
like
she can hang in there.
Yo,
Kayla
Diana
McBride-
Taurasi can shoot,
She's not that nice for sure.
wait,
can shoot
also-
as just good as LeBron James.
but don't they have like
I'm calling it out.
But don't they also have
Well, that's Diana Taurasi, justement.
they have
Yeah.
like they have like smaller like balls and courts and all that stuff. So see though.
Man, those are physical differences. So you know, so if you were to do that interleague one, but wait,
but justement, NBA they use their own.
with what regulation would you do that contest with then?
Okay, but the NBA they use their own size and WNBA uses their own size. It's just at the end of the day, who can shoot better? I know. If we get more into the details, and people may say that we can't do that because they don't have the same size of balls. Okay, but I'm not basketballs. Okay. I'm not going.
Why you say-
I saw you. I saw your reaction. I saw your reaction.
Clear that up, bro.
I saw your reaction.
We knew what you
So
were saying.
I know it's going to be different, but just for marketing and the fun
Okay,
and the
but
aspect of
It's a fair point you
enjoying-
bring up, but like taking how the NBA has actually made a great push to support the WNBA,
Yeah.
and I'm sure. I don't think we've seen it, and I don't think they ever will release
Not
it. But
even, Jeremy.
I know that the NBA has been like helping the WNBA because
They're trying
I don't
to.
know if you remember, but this past year in the bubble, when the NBA, the WNBA playoffs were about to begin, the
Every
NBA
man's-
sent WNBA jerseys to
Everybody.
hoodies to everybody in the
Everybody.
NBA. So all the players in the NBA were rocking
it,
this
yep.
hoodie. How you think I got mine? Because the Lakers sent me mine.
Okay.
And that's how I got it. So
Lakers.
so the NBA, yeah. I'm part of the Lakers organization, man. Come on.
Get out of here.
So the NBA has been like helping the WNBA, but like there's only so much they can do. The rest of it has to come from yo that watch sports. You go watch female league.
Okay,
and
but
support.
me, I want them to do like a WNBA NBA All Star, just like
Okay,
Lil
that's an
Swan.
idea. That's good. Send us an email.
Not just the celebrity game, because I've seen Candace Parker and some.
Oh,
and
you've
other,
been name dropping Candace Parker
Parker
Bear,
also-
bro. Can you
no,
name someone else?
no, but
not Lisa Leslie either.
Candace Parker was in the NBA celebrity game, and no other WNBA
But even-
player
no-
that I can remember of was
Bro,
in the
what?
celebrity game.
Bear,
That was in the celebrity game.
AJ Wilson.
It was like
Wilson was
last
good just
year.
last year, man.
Last year, okay, good job, AJ Wilson. But other than that, who else?
Grimike.
Okay, who else?
Bro, I can't. I don't
Pretty
know
sure
every
you
year.
are.
I don't know.
So-
I don't. Mayo Moore's been there. To me, Catching's been there. I can't remember off the
but
dome.
me, I'm
but
saying
they take them every
we
year.
can do more than just the celebrity games. We can do more, like just having a 3-point contest. Imagine that. That could be fun.
It could. Yeah,
It's not a
That's-
bad idea.
that's a decent
It's not
idea,
a bad shout. But I guess like all in all, ça revient to people's mindset.
Yeah,
The mindset,
absolutely.
real mindset. If you like, we can't force somebody to change, but
Yeah.
at least like try.
Yeah.
If you try, don't like it, then still, même ça c'est comme why.
Even, yeah, I'm saying it's not like I can't think of a good reason. If you say, oh, it's just not as fun, it's not
But
as exciting.
That's not a good
Are you
reason.
kidding me, bro?
So I guess it's that. So for them, the only difference between men and women, c'est le fashioniste, c'est ça. So
yeah.
I guess que the NBA, like for them, it's only like like the dunk also like.
So then, what are you really watching the NBA for then?
It's all because for the same reasons they find there, you people see the NBA easily. So I think your mindset is kind of flawed.
Bare people are coming in the stadium just okay, halftime. Let's go get popcorn and then come back in the game, and then they're just excited. Over the weekend, they're saying, "Oh yeah, I went to the NBA game." But what did you watch other than the fact that two teams played against each other?
You know what I'm saying? And if it's a thing about like the wow appeal and how fun it is, bro, if you can sit through an entire baseball game and you can support the sport of baseball,
Curling.
there's absolutely no reason why you can't.
That's facts.
I'm okay with baseball. I don't have any beef or qualms with it.
But man, no.
I'm sorry, but
entire-
baseball games are so boring.
innings, 12 innings,
Top, top down, relax. Oh,
Like, no.
that's
They
9
basically
quarters.
WNBA
They
games.
basically play 24 because one team's on
no,
offense, the other team's
Lisa,
on defense at
no,
some
no,
point.
no.
So if you can sit through a baseball game and take it, people go to the stadium.
I know.
Yeah.
People go to the stadium for baseball
Take me
games.
ball to the ball game.
Bro, if you can do that for baseball, there's no reason why you can't watch a
watch
WNBA
WNBA game.
game.
Even tennis on it.
Even tennis is interesting. man.
It's cool,
Super interesting.
but the NWA is cool too. So that being said, people in our stadium hometown next year for the Ravens versus GGs,
Show up early,
show up
come
early and watch the
women's
women
game.
too.
Yeah,
Shout out Dorcas, she was
absolutely.
bonged that game, but even though they
sir.
lost, even though they
I
lost,
know.
but shout out Dorcas because she was bonged that game.
Shout out to her.
Yeah,
So watch that.
Yeah, yo, men's, and it cheeses me so much because men's are gonna be like, oh, what time you showing? Oh, yeah, I'm gonna be there at 8. Why? Oh, yeah, because that's when the men's are playing.
Like,
No,
bro,
go
genre-
watch the girls.
the women
Yo, 'cause-
starts at 6.
Go watch the
Because
women.
last year, or the abuse
We-
when it started for the men, yo, like the way it was
intense.
Yo,
But
it was
the-
empty at the beginning.
but then
and
the
then
men?
halftime
Oh,
of the
nah, bro.
halftime for the women. You know, some people came, but most people came
like
at
for
the
the-
fourth quarter of the women's games just to
sad,
be there
bro.
for the
That's
men's
sad.
game. Jesus me, man. Come on, yo. Let's do better.
let's
man.
do better.
Let's do better.
I want to see what's her name, Serena Williams against Rafael Nadal. It's gonna be nice.
Stop playing with
All right, man. So yeah, so that was pay discrepancy in male and female professional sports. So let us know your take. What do you think the reason between that discrepancy and the difference in pay and viewership and interest?
Yes, sir.
And then we can have a lively debate about it. If you come with all that rah-rah, I swear I won't respond because I'm relaxed, bro.
You got time for
Sports.
that.
I ain't got time for that. But thanks for tuning in. Make sure to like, follow, subscribe, all that,
And share.
tell your friends about it. Tell your mama about it. Tell your grandma about it. She doesn't know how to use a phone. Teach her.
Tell your cousin about it.
And you can just make an account for her and follow us. So even if she doesn't watch, at least we get that follower, right? You know what I'm saying? So we just need all the promo we can get. But my name is Jeremy. Thanks for tuning in.
My name is Paul. Okay, yeah. So yeah, your name is Paul. My name is Ben. Okay,
My bad. You all know it's your boy Ben.
All right, man. We'll see y'all next time.
Diablo gay, bro.
Love.